Keira Knightley's Netflix espionage series Black Doves includes several significant character deaths, particularly in the shocking Season 1 finale. Created by Joe Barton, The Lazarus Project, Giri Haji, Black Doves has opened to outstanding reviews, earning a perfect 100% Rotten Tomatoes critic score upon its December 5, 2024 release date. Knightley, Atonement, Pirates of the Caribbean, leads the cast of Black Doves along with Ben Whishaw, who is best known for playing Q in Daniel Craig's final 3 James Bond movies. Black Doves also features a stellar supporting cast, including Sarah Lancashire Reid, Catherine Hunter's Lenny, Ella Lily Highlands Williams, and Omari Douglas's Michael. Black Doves follows Knightley's Helen Webb, the loving and supportive wife of Andrew Buchan's Wallace Webb, a prominent British politician. Webb is also a secret agent working for the mysterious covert spy organization known as the Black Doves, which Mrs. Reid is the head of. Reid confronts Helen over an affair she was having with a civil servant named Jason, Andrew Koji, who was shockingly shot and killed in a park from long range. Suspecting that Helen could be in hot water with a powerful criminal conspiracy, Reid enlists a trusted triggerman named Sam Young, Whishaw, to help Helen avert threats to her life and family. Helen's secret lover. Jason in Black Dove Season 1. Jason was shot and killed by Elmore Fitch because of his proximity to Maggie, a fellow MI5 undercover agent, who had captured Trent Clark murdering Ambassador Chen on a hidden recording device. It's unclear whether Fitch knew that Jason was not only a civil servant but was also an uncovered operative working for the government. Fitch has no government affiliation and only killed Jason because he was hired for a large amount of money. Reid reveals to Helen that Jason was an MI5 agent at the end of Black Doves Episode 6, which makes Helen unsure if Jason ever loved her. Helen is reassured after Reid tells her that Jason had found out she was a Black Dove but kept her secret from the British government before his death. 9. Maggie. An undercover MI5 agent. Andrew Koji as Jason Davies in Black Doves. Helen also discovers from Reid that Maggie was also an MI5 agent, which is how Jason became aware of Ambassador Chen's death and acquired the recording device that captured Trent killing him. Maggie worked at a jewelry shop as part of her cover, which allowed Jason to drop a hint to Helen when he gave her a luxurious bracelet the day before his death. Helen is able to trace the bracelet Jason gave her back to the jewelry store and finds the recording device locked in a safe. Maggie has been approached by MI5 after it was discovered that she has been secretly selling information about Kai Ming, the ambassador's party-loving daughter, to the tabloids, which is how she knew Philip. 8. Philip. A tabloid journalist. Reid looks disturbed in Black Doves. Philip was the tabloid journalist who Maggie had sold information and photographs of Kai Ming to for quite some time before joining MI5. Interestingly, instead of going to her government-issued superiors, she went to Philip, a tabloid journalist, with knowledge of who killed Ambassador Chen. Philip is hardly developed as a character besides his association with professional Maggie and his knowledge of a recording device that contains the truth about Chen's death. He is killed at the same time as Maggie in the opening scenes of Black Doves by another assassin hired by Trent Clark. It's unlikely that Fitch would have been able to kill Jason, Philip, and Maggie at the same time in different locations. 7. Stephen Yarrick. Wallace's right-hand man. Stephen Yarrick on video footage of Ambassador Chen's death in Black Dove Season 1. Stephen Yarrick is a member of Parliament and was formerly Wallace Webb's right-hand man who had connections with the Chinese government. He oversaw the affairs of Ambassador Chen at the London embassy and tried to cover it up once it was determined that Trent Clark had accidentally murdered Chen. Yarrick, or SY as Helen discovers, tells the British Prime Minister about Chen's death, meaning that he was aware of it when he tried to frame American CIA operative Cole Atwood for the murder. Helen enlists Sam to try and interrogate Yarrick to no avail. Believing Yarrick is at risk of talking, Trent Clark uses his resources to have him tortured and killed to get Helen to back off. 6. Ambassador Chen. Kai Ming's father. Helen Webb, Keira Knightley, as Daisy years earlier in Black Doves. The final episode of Black Dove Season 1 reveals that Trent Clark accidentally killed Chinese Ambassador Chen by throwing him over a couch. Chen hit his head and died at the scene, which was captured via a secret camera placed by Maggie, an MI5 secret agent who had secretly been recording Chen's daughter, Kai Ming. One of Maggie's cameras captured Trent Clark's fatal mistake as well as Stephen Yarrick, a close political associate and friend of Wallace Webb, the Minister of State Defense and Helen's husband. Trent was dating Kai Ming and assaulted Ambassador Chen after the latter accused him of being a drug dealer and ordered him to no longer date his daughter.